Shooter taking a shot deep. Open target. Got it. Her third. From left to right. Sets off. All down. Watch who's getting set. He's gonna go for the. It fell from the sky into air and ice.
The final slate of Week 2 is here as Clemson, South Carolina will be the site for this one as the Eastern Michigan Eagles come to town to take on the Clemson Tigers. I'm Benny Mixon, and I'm joined in the booth by everybody's favorite mullet, Logan Mitchell. Logan, how do you see this one shaping up?
Well, Vinny, this is going to be a showcase of two high-powered offenses. These quarterbacks combined for over 900 passing yards last week. We're going to see a good old-fashioned shootout, I feel like.
As Clemson is set to take the field first from their offense last week, Loki Gunderson had a phenomenal performance, putting up 8 touchdowns in that one. As they're going to rock the pistol on this one. It's going to be thrown to the left side. He's got a receiver going for a first down. Is Josiah Baker.
Great job there by Josiah Baker getting out early and getting Loki an easy pass. That's exactly what you want if you're this Clemson offense.
As Loki Gunnarson's going to set back up in the pistol once more. They're going to go 21 personnel on this one. Handing off Duke Peterson going to the right side. Shakes one tackle, has blockers down the field. It's going to be a foot race to the end zone. Gets a final block, and he will skate all the way for a 54-yard touchdown.
That's a big man run right there, Benny. He bounced right off that defender and just kept going. Great blocking downfield by his wide receivers.
30 seconds into the game, and Duke Peterson has found his way across the goal line as Clemson strikes first and strikes fast. It is a 7-0 Clemson over Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, that's a great opening drive by Clemson. Time for EMU to match that energy. Let's see if they can air it out.
And Greg Cooksey last week had 447 yards, but only 1 touchdown to show for it. Eastern Michigan's offense in a hole early. What do you want to see from them on this first drive?
Spread the ball out a little bit more. You really only had one big-time receiver, Castleberry, last week. I'd like to see Blandon Kang get a little bit more involved.
Castleberry with 14 catches, 148 yards last week, career high and season high. As this one's going to be thrown to the right side, going to Kane, and it's going to be a 7-yard gain.
Great job by Kane to bring that down. Little risky throw by Cooksey, but he put it right in his hands with the bullet.
And as Michael Kane had 76 yards last week already with his first catch in this one, as Cooksey looks to take off up the middle with it and is able to pick up an Eastern Michigan first down.
Smart run there by Cooksey and way to slide down and avoid the hit. That's what you want from your quarterback. Make the conversion and then get down.
3 receiver set will be the lineup here for the Eastern Michigan Eagles as Cooksey trying to find somewhere to go, can't go, but he will get out of the pocket and runs for 11 and a first down.
Man, this Clemson defense is trying their best, bringing a lot of pressure, but Cooksey just able to read it, bounce outside, and then fight to get that first down.
Really got to credit the offensive line for Eastern Michigan, giving Cooksey the time to scan the field and then find a lane to take off with it as they go pistol full house on this one, going play action. Cooksey's going to fire it to a wide open Jay Bridges, who hangs on for 19 yards.
And Cooksey shaking and baking in that pocket, just looking side to side, trying to find something. Great job to bring that one down and stay open.
Jay Bridges, the freshman out of Tylertown, Mississippi, with his first catch in this one. As that one's going to get Eastern Michigan into Clemson territory. They'll have a 1st and 10 here from the 36 of Clemson as they're going to go pistol here, send Chef Wyatt out. He's going to come back to block, though, as this one is going to be fired over to Zavi Thomas for a 9-yard gain.
Yeah, I didn't see too much of Zavi Thomas last week. Hopefully he can get a little bit more involved. That was a great job by him to curl back and get open.
Zavi Thomas, the freshman out of Little Rock, Illinois. 2 catches last week, already up with his first one in this game, as this one's going to be batted down at the line.
Oh, Man, Hendricks, he read that like a book. He was just waiting and calling for that pass.
Bubba Hendricks had himself 2 sacks last week. This week starting off with a pass deflection on the first drive as Cooksey scans the field, and this one, he's going to try and thread the needle, but it's broken up.
Yeah, I like the idea, but that's a risky throw. You got to get a little bit more air under it, get it over that defender, and let your receiver make a play on the sideline.
Holly Jacks, the cat man with cat-like reflexes to break that one up and force the field goal from EMU. That does go through the goalpost, and they'll get on the board here as Clemson still leads it, though. It is 7-3 in this ball game.
Yeah, if you're EMU, you don't hate the 3 points there. Getting points up early on this Clemson team is vital. You just got to make sure you can stay in it.
As Clemson is set to get the ball once again. 30 seconds is all it took their offense last time. Do you see them replicating that on this drive?
If they continue this mismatch attack, then I don't see it going away. Clemson knows where to attack on this EMU defense, it seems.
As Loki Gunnarsson gonna look, he's gonna fire to the sidelines, and that one's almost intercepted by KO Locke.
Great job by KO. Already getting that early pass deflection. Let's hope he can make some more big plays for this Eagles defense.
And it really looked like KO Locke ran the route for the receiver on that play, as this looks to be a screen that gets held up at the line.
Great read by EMU there. They snuffed that play out right from the jump. This is exactly what you want to see if you're an Eagles fan.
The best way to stop the screen is don't let it get set up. As Clemson with a 3rd down here. This one's going to be thrown to the left side, but broken up as Clemson, 30 seconds to score on their first drive, and then a 3 and out on their second one.
If you're a fan of the CMU team, you are happy. That is about the best you could hope for, just snuffing Oregon out right out the gate.
As this one will be fielded and taken back into good field position up past the 45. Michael Kane on the return. Eastern Michigan going to get their second drive going here. Great field position.
Yeah, let's see if they can keep this passing game up.
As they're going to work out of a 2-by-2 set on this one. Cooksey fires it over to the left side. Has his receiver. That's going to be Jay Bridges again going for 6 yards.
Great pass there. Keep Bridges getting open. As long as he can keep Cooksey happy, he's going to keep getting that ball.
Taking what the defense is giving him early in this one as he looks to go to a flat route on that one. That's Chef Wyatt, but the defense closes in quick, and he'll lose 2 yards.
Yeah, you know, I don't hate going to your halfback there, but really Wyatt's got to get some more field to play with. He can break a few tackles, but that Clemson defense was all over him.
Chef Wyatt, the freshman out of Jacksonville, Arkansas. Didn't see much on the ground from him last week, but 14 catches through the air was the total for him as they go empty set on this one. Cooksey's going to fire it across the middle, but it will be broken up.
Yeah, that's just good, solid defense by Clemson. They're going to force EMU to punt, and they're going to get a chance to right their wrongs from that second drive.
KJ Speed, the senior cornerback for Clemson, able to break up that pass, as this punt is going to find its way sailing out of bounds.
Yeah, and if you're Clemson here, you want to try to establish the run a little bit earlier, possibly. Open up those passing lanes through your running game.
As they look to operate out the shotgun on this one, Loki Gunnarsson gonna try a check down. He's able to shake one tackle and get 11, and the first down is Duke Peterson.
We saw Duke Peterson with the big man run earlier. Now we see him with the big man catch. He's just going to shove defenders off him. You got to get multiple people wrapping him up.
As the 40-yard line is where they will have 1st and 10 as they go handoff to Duke Peterson, going to the left side, able to cut it back to the middle, fight off a couple tackles as he gets another 11-yard gain and a first down for Clemson.
Yeah, Duke Peterson trying to erase that Salmon's name out of the Clemson book. He's really looking to be the next big man for him.
As this one's going to go handoff right back to him, trying to find a lane to squeeze through, able to get 6 on that play.
Yeah, great job by Peterson. He's slowly wearing down this front 7 of EMU. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't break another big one off before too long.
Looking to go 2 receivers to the top of your screen, and 11 personnel is the set for Clemson, as they're going to fire this one across the middle, going to Barrett Steele for 8 yards and another first down.
Yeah, Barrett Steele, great job coming over the front of that line, giving Loki an easy pass to get that first down.
Starting to move into Eastern Michigan territory, 1st and 10 upcoming from the 35-yard line, as Loki Gunnarsson going to operate under center. Has a receiver going to the left sideline, able to make a man miss as Barrett Steele picks up 15 yards on that play.
When you've got a big frame tight end like Barrett Steele, you want to use him as much as possible, and Loki's really looking to do that.
Barrett Steele had 2 catches last week already, with 2 in the first quarter here, as they're going to look to operate out of the shotgun here. They're right at the 20-yard line, as this one's thrown across the middle to Johnny Patterson, who hangs on through the hit and picks up 10.
Johnny Patterson, he's been a consistent target throughout his whole career, no matter what school he's at. Look for him to keep getting the ball here.
2nd and inches will be here for Clemson, as this one ends up going for a 0-yard gain.
Good job by EMU's defense there. They really read that one perfectly and stuffed that box and gave Peterson no chance to make a play.
0 for 1 on their first 3rd down conversion, as this will be 3rd and inches here. They look to go 2 tight end set on this one. Gunnarsson goes play action and throws it right to Eastern Michigan, as they're going to get the ball up to the 20-yard line on that play.
Yeah, if I'm looking Gunnarsson, I don't know if I even saw Bennett there. He just did a great job of being in the right place at the right time and way to get that ball back for his offense.
Ian Bennett, the walk-on, with an interception in this one. As quick update over on Twitch, Bowling Green takes the early lead over West Virginia. It is 7-0 with 3:11 still to play in the first quarter over there. Back here on the YouTube, Eastern Michigan was able to get the interception on their last defensive drive, as Michael Kane is able to get a 6-yard pass from Cooksey on that one. It's going to bring a 2nd and 4 upcoming for Eastern Michigan, as they look to go empty on this one. 3 receivers to the top of your screen, as Cooksey looks to fire this one across the middle. Has his receiver. That's going to be Kane once again for 7 yards and a first down.
Great job by Kane, back-to-back receptions. He's doing a good job of getting open for Cooksey and not making him have to make a bad pass.
Eastern Michigan spreading them out once again. Clemson going to bring the heat, but Cooksey gets it off. Receiver cannot hold on to the pass, though.
Yeah, right there. Clemson did a great job of getting to the quarterback. His offensive line just held enough for him to be able to get the ball out. It's unfortunate his receiver couldn't hold on.
Trips at the bottom of the screen as Cooksey escapes out the pocket, finds room to run with his legs, and he's going to slide down up around midfield.
Man, this offensive line for EMU right now is doing everything they can. They're getting perfect coverage for Cooksey to be able to get out of the pocket or to be able to throw the ball.
And like you said, the coverage has been there for Clemson, but Cooksey doing a great job showing off his legs in this one. Only had 38 rushing yards last week. Looking to add on to that, as he's going to fire this one to the right side. Gets it off to Blanton, who's able to keep 1 foot in bounds, but cannot turn upfield.
Yeah, Blanton getting his first catch of the game so far. Really expected him to be more of a factor in this Eagles offense.
Blanton, the junior out of Starkville, Mississippi, 5 catches for 58 last week, as this one's going to be a dump off going to Shep Wyatt, who fights and is only able to pick up 1 yard.
Yeah, not for lack of trying. He was trying to shake that defender, but unfortunately there were 2 more coming in right after.
As we'll have a 3rd and 6 upcoming here for EMU. They're going to work this out the shotgun with a 2 tight end set, as Cooksey trying to find somewhere to go with it. Fires in along the sideline with Zavi Thomas getting 10 toes down and a first down.
Man, Cooksey doing a great job here. He is reading that pocket perfectly and getting that ball in a needle. Just pinpoint accuracy. Great job.
20-yard pickup on that one, as Eastern Michigan is now down to the Clemson 26.5-yard line, as they're going to go Two running backs in the backfield on this one. They go play fake, dumps it off to the other running back, who sheds one tackle and gets 9 yards. Is Julio Holt.
Holt doing a great job there, getting out there and getting open. Cooksey's really feeling the pressure, though, from this Clemson defense. You wonder when they're going to bring one home.
10 of 14 start for Cooksey in this one. Threw 79 passes in his last game. As this one's going to be dumped across the middle to Xavier Thomas, who gets 3 yards and picks up another Eastern Michigan first down.
Yeah, we saw us talk about the Clemson big frame tight end. Xavier Thomas is not a small guy either. He's doing a great job.
As Cooksey steps back in the pocket, and he's just going to fire this one into the stands.
Yeah, that was a great read by Cooksey, able to sidestep and get the ball out so he doesn't take a sack there. Really expect him maybe to make a shot for the end zone here.
Play fake on 2nd and 10 here. Throws it, high points it for his receiver, and that's going to get them with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, Nate Schneer, his first catch of the season, and it came at a big time. He really extended that play out and was able to reach for that ball.
Nate Schneer, the freshman out of Clearwater, Kansas, making his first catch in this one, as Cooksey is going to end up getting sacked on the play.
Yeah, with this Clemson pressure, we were wondering when it was going to happen. And I don't hate that it happened there. Give yourself a little bit more space and be able to get the passing game a little better for the end zone.
Nicholas Brown going to get credit on the sack on that play. 1 sack last week for the freshman, another sack this week. Great start to his season and his career in general, as Eastern Michigan is going to look to go 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. They're going to dump it off to one of those receivers. That's going to be Chef Wyatt, who gets 6 and gets this down to about the 1 yard line.
Yeah, they lost a few yards on the sack, but they gained it back and then some, dumping it out to Wyatt there. Maybe hand him the ball, let him try to pound the rock in.
Full house look here for Eastern Michigan. They're going to hand it off to Julio Holt, who finds his way into the end zone. And don't look now, as Eastern Michigan has taken the lead in this one.
And we all know this is a familiar sight, the walk-on vulture. Chef Wyatt did a great job to set up his teammate right there.
It's pending the extra point right here that is up, and it is good. Eastern Michigan 10, Clemson 7. We got 35 seconds left in the first quarter in this one.
Yeah, and if you're Clemson here, you've had a couple mistakes on the last few drives. Just try to clean it up. Use that running game. Let Peterson be the big man. Then that passing game will open up for you.
And really, when you look at it, I mean, nice return right there by Nasir Cooper. But if you look at it, Clemson was able to strike in 2 plays on their first drive. And outside of that, Eastern Michigan has been slowing them down to an extent. I mean, they haven't been able to convert 1 third down in this one, as Clemson's going to get started here. This drive starts at their own 37-yard line, as they're going to look to work out of an empty set on this one. Loki Gunderson's going to fire this across the middle. Going to the right side is Josiah Baker, who does get 10 yards and a first down.
Yeah, great first play there by Clemson. And you said it, Benny. We expected 2 really high-powered offenses, but I'm not sure if we all expected 2 really aggressive defenses to come out the gate.
As Gunderson going to take a shot downfield, has his receiver past the defense, and he's going to run into the end zone. That's Nasir Cooper for a 53-yard touchdown, as Clemson regains that lead.
We knew we were going to call Cooper's name in the end zone soon. He did a great job just streaking down that sideline, and Loki put the ball perfectly on him.
2 touchdowns last week for Cooper, gets his first one in this game. Clemson back on top, 14-10, with 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And Logan, do you think that Eastern Michigan has finally figured out this Clemson defense?
No, they're looking really pretty out there. They're dropping the ball perfectly into their receiver hands. What they need to do is they just need to keep it up. Don't try to force anything, or just go run all the way back.
As that's going to be a 40-yard return by Jonathan Blanton right there. It's going to set Eastern Michigan up in very nice field position. They're going to be up at their own 39-yard line, where this most likely will be the last play of the first quarter. They're going to go two by two set. As this one's going to be knocked down by Butler, his first deflection in this one, and we will get another play in this quarter.
Yeah, that was a great job by the Clemson defense. And if you notice the halfback out in the flats, he was about to get covered too, as Clemson was falling and read that perfectly.
Two running backs in the backfield this time, as this one's fired across the middle and held on by Blanton, who's able to pick up 7, as that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Clemson able to gain back that lead. It is 14-10. Clemson over Eastern Michigan, and don't go nowhere as you're watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. As we are set for second quarter action here, Eastern Michigan trying to get themselves a drive going. 2 of 4 on third down, and this is going to be sacked, and I believe that is the Catman with the sack.
Yeah, it's the Catman. He knew what was going on, and he just attacked Cooksey. You got to wonder, was he dangling a mouse treat out there, or what was going on?
Catman with his first sack in this one. That's going to bring up the punt here by EMU, who started out in very great field position, and they're going to squander that opportunity, as now Clemson will look to get the ball right back, and their 2 touchdown drives have been fairly quick. And I think you got to start to think, Logan, that might be the formula, is the quick strikes for this Clemson offense.
Yeah, we know this Clemson offense has playmakers all around. Really what you need to do is get your ball in your hands of Cooper and Peterson. They're your 2 really big guys.
As they're going to look to go empty on this one, Gunderson going to fire this one across the middle, going to the left side. He's got his receiver, Johnny Patterson, able to drag this down for 21 yards.
Yeah, we've seen it all over Patterson's career. This is where he really shines. He just attacks the defense, finds the small holes, and keeps those drives going with these nice little pickups.
And 21 yards will get Clemson into EMU territory, as they're going to have a 1st and 10 here at the EMU 39-yard line. They're going to look to work out the pistol. They're going to bring 2 tight ends and 2 running backs as well, 22 personnel, send 1 tight end in motion. He's going to go from the right to the left on this one as they go play action. Gunderson cannot get rid of it. He's going to end up taking a sack.
The EMU's defense, they saw what Clemson was doing and said, if you can do it, we can do it better. Just coming off the edge and getting a nice sack right there and pushing Loki back a little bit.
Ian Bennett, the walk-on, we saw him get an interception earlier. This time he gets the sack. That's going to push Clemson back to a 2nd and 16 as they look to operate out the shotgun on this one, handing it off to Duke Peterson, going to the left side, cuts it up on the sidelines, and he'll run for 17 yards and a 1st down.
Great run by the big man. He's doing everything that you want from your power back. And great blocking downfield. I mean, you just got 2 pancakes right there. There's not much more you can ask for from your wide receivers.
Yeah, the blocking was a key point on that play right there, as he got the 1st down before he was even touched on that play, as they're going to look to work out the shotgun on this one, send the receiver in motion. They're going to go quarterback keeper as Gunderson goes down in the backfield for a 2-yard loss.
Great read there by Holgerson. And a quick update on Twitch. PGSU just scores to go up 14-0 over West Virginia. 7:18 left in the second.
Like you said earlier, a potential upset alert over there, as Loki Gunderson's going to hand this one off over here to Duke Peterson, and back-to-back plays going for a loss for this Clemson offense.
Yeah, I don't hate that play at all. Duke Peterson had the right eyes. He just kind of ran into his blocker there. If he hadn't ran into him, I think he probably might have broken that one on the edge for the loss.
0 of 2 on third down is this Clemson team, as they have a 3rd and 14 upcoming. Gunderson going to take a strike to the sidelines, has his receiver able to pick up the 1st down, but can't stay inbounds. But Bruce Roberson does get 24 yards on that play.
Roberson was the big man last week, having 10 catches, 217 yards, and 4 touchdowns. It's been a long time since we've seen a game like that.
Absolutely a career game that any receiver would love to have. Bruce Roberson last week, the sophomore out of Greer, South Carolina, as Gunderson's going to try and find somewhere to go and can't get away from the sack, as he will go down for a 5-yard loss.
Yeah, you love to see it when a defense can put together a good coverage and pressure sack. Loki was kind of unsure of where he wanted to go, and the Eagles defense capitalized.
Now that's going to bring up a 2nd and goal here from the 12-yard line for the Clemson Tigers, who look to work out of the pistol on this one. Gunderson going to roll out and fires it to the corner of the end zone, has his receiver, but cannot get 5 toes down inbounds.
Oh, hold on, Vinny. You may have spoke a little early on that one.
As they are going to end up reviewing this one, and by the looks of the review, oh, his foot's completely out of bounds on this one. I think this one's going to stand.
Yeah, I think you were right. My bad.
As it in fact does stand, so that will bring up a 3rd and goal for Clemson, and they will have it from the 12-yard line. 1 of 3 on 3rd down, able to get their last one. This one, though, they do have to punch it in the end zone as they look to work out of a 2-by-2 set. Gunnarson's going to quick strike here. He's got Roberson in the back of the end zone for a 12-yard touchdown.
Yeah, we know these plays all too well. You love to see it when you get your wide receiver just running to the back of the end zone and you're able to thread that needle. Great pass by Loki Gunnarsson. He's really showing himself this season.
As Roberson gets his first touchdown in this game, that's going to extend the lead for Clemson here. As with the extra point up and good, it is now Clemson 21, Eastern Michigan 10 with 6:30 remaining here in the first half. And Eastern Michigan's offense, start to get a little stagnant. What do you want to see them do on this drive, Logan?
Let's get the ball out a little bit easier, play some under routes, try to spread this Clemson defense thin. Once you get them guessing about which under route you're going to throw, that over the top game, it opens up really fast.
And they're not going to have favorable starting position on this one, as this drive is going to get started from their own 17-yard line. Cooksey going to work out of an empty set on this one, sending the receiver in motion as he fires this one to the sidelines, and it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like it was a well-designed play, but it seems like we had a little wide receiver confusion down there on the bottom of the screen. Hopefully they can get that sorted and get Cooksey an open receiver.
As Cooksey going to look to take to the flats on this one, that's going to be Chef White on the catch. Only able to get 3 as that Clemson defense is going to swarm to make the tackle.
Yeah, Chef White is not someone you want to meet in the open field one-on-one. Luckily for the Clemson defense, 3 of them decided to meet him for their dinner date.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 here for this EMU offense. And, it's a big one. Clemson's starting to find their footing on offense. 2 of 5 on 3rd downs for this Eastern Michigan offense. As Cooksey's going to look to take the snap in the pocket, and he throws this one over his receiver's head, who had a step on the defense.
Yeah, if you're Cooksey there, you hate to see it. You've got to just make that pass in those crucial situations, but you can't hold your head about it. It's what's going to happen. You've got to just move on and forget about it.
As Clemson looks to once again have great starting field position. Update over on Twitch. Bowling Green able to add to their lead, kicking a field goal. It is now 17-0 Bowling Green over West Virginia with 4:30 left to play before halftime in that game. Back over here on YouTube, Clemson leads in this one 21-10 over Eastern Michigan. 5:46 left to play before halftime as Gunnarson's going to keep this one, has some blocks downfield, able to pick up 15 yards and get down to about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, great read there by Gunnarsson. He really sold that halfback handoff. And is that 2 pancakes back-to-back I just watched, Vinny?
Absolutely. That's the work you want to see from your team right there, delivering 2 pancakes on that play. As Gunnarsson's going to operate from the shotgun on this one. 2-by-2 set, going with a play fake to start this one out. Fires it along the sidelines, but it's going to be broken up.
Yeah, great job by the EMU defense. And it's really been surprising how well their corners are attacking the ball as soon as it gets close to the receiver. They're doing a great job in coverage so far.
As this one's going to be a handoff to Duke Peterson, who can't find a lane to go, but does get 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, good pick up there by Peterson. As Ryan always says, you get 4 yards every play, you'll never lose a game. Clemson looking to take a little page out of that book.
2-by-2 set here on 3rd down as Clemson's going to fire this one to the left side. Josiah Baker able to get the catch and the first down before going out of bounds.
Yeah, great job staying in bounds there by Baker. Loki's really putting it on a silver platter for his receivers right now.
As Peterson's going to carry this one up the middle, sheds it, and finds his way into the end zone for a 21-yard score.
Yeah, we knew it was a matter of time. The big man was going to make a big man run. Peterson's really having a career game for himself right now after only getting 36 yards last week, or 26 yards. Sorry.
2 touchdowns in the first half for Peterson as Clemson grows this lead 28-10 here with just under 5 minutes left to play in the first half. And Logan, what does Eastern Michigan have to do on this drive to start to get back into this one?
Go back to what was working at the beginning. The really nice, pretty throws, really just making efficient passing. If you really want to beat this Clemson defense, you're going to have to find the holes right past the cornerbacks, right before you get to the safeties, and right over the middle. And it was working for him earlier.
Cooksey gonna fire this one over to Michael Kane, who's able to spin his way for 10 yards, but they'll say inches short of the first down as second is upcoming.
Yeah, every single time Kane's caught the ball, it's been a good pickup. He's doing a great job today trying to help out his team.
As Cooksey fires this one to his check down, that's Julio Holt, who gets 2 yards and does pick up a first down.
Holt, although it may be quiet to some people, he's having a great game so far, already with the touchdown. And Eastern Michigan really just needs to keep this up, what they're doing.
Full house look for Eastern Michigan on this one. Cooksey gonna go play fake on it. Fires it over to the right side, but it's going Clemson Tigers on this one, as that one's gonna be picked off.
Great read there by the Clemson defense. And he just jumped the route, was able to see as soon as the ball went out of the quarterback's hands. And Crozier just doing a great job of reading.
Troy Crozier, the sophomore out of Columbia, South Carolina, getting his first interception on the season. And that's going to set up Clemson here with great field position as they're going to start at their own 47-yard line. That's where upfield, getting a first down before he brought down after a gain of 14.
9 rushes at 126 yards. Duke Peterson is really just trying to make his name a household name here in the CFSL.
Only 37 yards last week for him, up over 100 in this game already, as Gunderson fires that to the right side, but it falls incomplete.
Great play call there by Clemson. Great pass by Loki. Receiver just trying to get a little early start on going upfield. You got to make sure you get the ball wrapped up first.
As Peterson gets that one, he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, but spins his way for 4 yards.
Yeah, good little run right there by Peterson. He's doing a great job of trying to wear down this front 7 of EMU.
3 of 5 on third downs has been Clemson's offense, as this one's going to get fired across the field. That goes to Bruce Roberson, and they say he does get a foot inbounds, picking up that first down.
Yeah, great catch by Robinson, but even better pass by Loki. He did a great job just dropping that right in the pocket for him to keep that ball.
They're going to operate from the 21-yard line on this, as Duke Peterson is shedding tackles, able to pick up 9 yards and bring up a 2nd and 1, as Clemson has moved inside that PX1 Sports red zone.
Yeah, one of the few people on the field bigger than him. That defensive lineman, he tried to wrap him up, but Duke Peterson said, "Get off my back."
Gunderson going to fire this one across the middle into a little traffic, and it's going to be broken up.
Great job by EMU there, recognizing that the ball's in the air and swarming that receiver. That's what you need to do, is just keep this pressure up.
As Gunderson's going to fire this one going to the left side. He's got Josiah Baker. Only gets 3 yards, but that's all they need to pick up that first down.
Yeah, great little out route there, and that's exactly what you want. Spread this defense out a little bit, open that gap up for Peterson to rush in again.
9-yard line is where they have a go-to-go situation set up, but that won't matter because they throw it to the back of the end zone to Josiah Baker for a 9-yard touchdown.
Yeah, Baker was doing a lot of work there to get Clemson driving downfield. Logan decided to reward him with a nice little pass in the back of the end zone.
Josiah Baker, the freshman out of Baltimore, Maryland, 1 touchdown in his debut last week, 1 touchdown in this game, as Clemson extending their lead once again, pending this extra point that is up, and it is good. Clemson now 35, Eastern Michigan 10, as we have 2:40 left to play in the first half in this one.
Yeah, and if you're EMU here, you really need to come out guns blazing. It might be time to get rid of the pretty and just find something deep.
as they're going to end up kneeling that one in the end zone. So that ball is going to come out to the 25-yard line. That's where Eastern Michigan's going to get set. And they got plenty of time. There's no need to rush down the field to try and put up points as they look to go 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. This one's going to be fired out to the left side. That's going to be Michael Kane, who gets 17 yards and a first down.
Yeah, great pass there. And great pickup by Kane. That's exactly what you want if you're this EMU team. Get a little bit more depth going. Try to push that defense back a little bit more, and then all the plays will just become a lot easier to make.
As they'll have a 1st and 10 upcoming from the 43-yard line. They're going to work with 2 running backs in the backfield on this play, both of them going out on routes. As this one's fired across the middle, going to Jonathan Blanton's going to be the receiver on that one as he picks up a first down.
Great job here by this offense. They're doing exactly what they need to do. They're attacking at all levels of this Clemson defense. This way, Clemson has no idea where they need to be ready for it, and they just have to play preventive.
They're going to look to go 2-by-2 set on this one as they have moved into Clemson territory. This will be 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. As Cooksey gets their way before the rush gets there, he's able to find Castleberry for his first catch in this game, picking up 10 yards and a first down.
Yeah, Castleberry was his favorite target last week, and he's finally getting something now. Clemson doing a great job, though, getting that pressure on him.
As Cooksey going to go to the air once more, able to find the receiver. That's Blanton, who gets 9 yards and brings it to a 2nd and 1.
I really like what EMU's doing here, Vinny. They're spreading the love out a little bit more than they did last week, and I think it's really helping them.
Holly Jacks, the Catman, with his 5th tackle on this one, as this one's going to go to the flat route. That's going to Zavi Thomas, who picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Zavi Thomas already more than doubling over his yardage from last week. Really good to see the big man getting involved.
As Cooksey going to operate out the shotgun on this one. Scanning the field, gets rid of it before the pass rush gets there, but his receiver cannot hold on to it.
Man, this drive, this offensive line is doing everything they can to help Cooksey out. This Clemson defense is dialing up this pressure right now.
As we've reached a minute and a half to go before halftime, this one's fired across the middle to Julio Holt, who's able to hold on as he gets hit.
Great job by Holt being able to hold on to that ball, and a great pass by Cooksey. He got the ball in there in time for Holt to settle down and prepare for that hit.
6 tackles for the Catman, Holly Jackson, this one. As this one's fired to the back of the end zone, he's got Nate Schneer for a touchdown.
Yeah, Nate Schneer, he's having a great game so far. He's had 2 pretty good catches and now a touchdown. He's doing a great job making sure that Cooksey has a reliable target.
Great debut from Nate Schneer. First career touchdown reception. As with the extra point, EMU cuts into this lead. Clemson still leads it, though. It is 35-17 with 1:08 left to go here in the first half. And do you think Clemson goes aggressive here?
Yeah, it's been working for him, so why stray away from it? I mean, if you're putting up 35 points in the first half, you're doing something right, Vinny.
As they're going to get started with nice field position. Nasir Cooper on that return, he's got 32 as you look at the splits right there. 210 yards through the air, 141 yards on the ground. That's just in the first half. There's still a second half to be played. I mean, this offense picking up right where they left off last week with 502 total yards. As Gunnarson's going to work out of the pistol set on this one. He's going to fire it before that pass rush gets there. That's going to be caught. And breaking tackles is Barrett Steele. He picks up 12 on the play.
Yeah, and you said it, Vinny. This Clemson offense this season has been clicking on all cylinders. They're doing a really good job so far.
15-13 is the first down counter in this one as Gunderson fires this one across the middle. Going to Nasir Cooper. Only picks up 10, and they're going to burn their second timeout as they look to hurry back to the line. Axel Holgren getting his 9th tackle in this first half. They're going to go 2 receivers to the top of your screen on this one. Gunderson going to look to check it down to Barrett Steele. He's able to pick up 5 and get out of bounds.
Yeah, Barrett Steele doing a good job, and I believe that's almost every single time Clemson has gotten to the 10-yard line. It's been a 2nd and inches.
As they have reached 49 seconds here to go before halftime. 1st and 10 upcoming from the EMU 43-yard line. Gunnarsson in the shotgun, gonna fire this one downfield. Has a receiver, but no, EMU steps in the way to pick it off.
Great job there. I believe it is Kyle Locke. He's doing a great job of just reading the plays and being able to either break up the pass or get that pass and haul it in for an interception.
Kyle Locke, the sophomore out of Wellington, New Zealand, with his first INT on the season. And what a time to get it, because it looks like Clemson was trying to add to their lead right before halftime. That's going to stun them down a little bit. Chef Wyatt's going to get the handoff here, only going for 1 yard.
Yeah, you really want to get your running back in this situation to get you the 2, 3, 4 yards to help your quarterback get more room to breathe in the pocket.
As they're going to operate out of the shotgun on this one. Technically, they do not have to get a snap off here before halftime, but they're going to work as much time off this clock as possible. Maybe get one snap off, as we are down under 10 seconds and actually down under 5 seconds now. As they will in fact get the snap off. Cooksy's just going to check it down to Chef Wyatt. That's only going to go for 7 yards, and that's going to be the end of this first half as Clemson leads us 35-17 here at halftime. Logan, break us down what happened in that first half of action.
This dual threat Clemson offense is still clicking. They're doing a great job this season of not really letting any defense guess what they're going to do. And the big man, Duke Peterson, is just running everybody over. This EMU defense, though, don't count them out. They are really doing their work to keep their team in this game.
In Clemson, you saw that first couple of drives, able to score fast and in a hurry. There was a stretch where EMU's defense was playing exceptionally well, allowed their offense to grab them the lead for a moment. But once that happened, Clemson decided they were ready to wake up in this game. They fought their way back, took the lead back, grew a commanding lead before Eastern Michigan finally settled in, started getting their offense clicking, have clawed back a little bit, as you see right there. Passing numbers nearly identical, but it's the run game where Clemson has been dominating in this one. The turnovers are the only thing really that have hurt this Clemson offense.
Yeah, you said it, Vinny. And the other thing that you want to think about, though, when you're talking about this Clemson rushing attack, we want to say it's Duke Peterson, but Loki Gunnarsson has broken quite a number of good little scrambles out for himself.
Absolutely got to agree with you on that one. Loki Gunnarsson had a long carry of 17 yards last week. This week, looking to add to his rushing total as Clemson's offense, 35 points in the first half after the week that they had last week. You got to be impressed. They have 59 points last week. Through one half, looking to double that, as this one's going to be EMU ball to start out the second half. That's going to get returned to the 25-yard line by Jonathan Blanton. Logan, what do you want to see here on this first drive?
EMU needs to go back to what they were doing in the first quarter and, keep attacking all three levels of this Clemson defense. When you attack all three levels, Clemson starts giving you all those big holes, so you need to look for it.
As the rush is going to get there, forcing Cooksey to throw it into coverage, and his receiver will not hold on to the pass.
I don't hate that. That was a great ball by Cooksey, and that was a great job by his receiver to get up and get it. The problem was he got hit as soon as the ball hit his hands.
As Cooksey's going to fire this one into traffic, but hanging on this time is Michael Kane, who gets 10 yards and the first down.
Yeah, Kane, he's becoming a reliable target for Cooksey. Every single time he gets the ball, he fights for that extra yardage, or he fights to keep his feet in bounds.
Kyle Woods with 5 tackles in this game for Clemson, as it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Cooksey going to fire it out to the left side, and Michael Kane fighting through the hit to make a 5-yard pickup on that catch.
Yeah, nice grab there by Kane, able to hold on while he's getting attacked by the defender. Great job to spin it off, and he tried to fight for some extra yardage, but you're not always going to win that fight.
Cooksey scanning the field, trying to find somewhere to go with it, and he's going to find a Clemson defender who's going to pick this one off, and he's going to be off to the races as he finds himself in the end zone on that play. KJ Speed, the senior cornerback, with a pick 6.
Yeah, this is the guy that they look for that veteran intelligence in this Clemson secondary. Did a great job, read the pass, grabbed it, just took it back for 6. We knew Clemson's front 7 was already awoke. but now their secondary looks like they're waking up as well.
Huge play right there by the Clemson defense. It looked like this Eastern Michigan offense was finally finding their rhythm, finding their footing in this game. And all of a sudden, you flip the script just like that. And now it's a 42-17 ball game here with 8:06 left to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, and if you're EMU here, you just got to shake that off. Cooksey needs to go back out, go back to throwing, maybe even get Wyatt a little involved. We haven't heard too much from him on the ground today.
As you look here at the numbers, Eastern Michigan ran more plays, but it's been the quick strikes from this Clemson offense. And I mean, they found a way to get in the end zone fast and in a hurry. And anytime it looked like Eastern Michigan had some momentum going for them, Clemson there to take it right back. As Cooksey's going to fire this one going to the right side. Has his receiver. That's going to be Michael Kane once again, able to pick up 7.
Yeah, it seems like this half for EMU has been the Kane show. Cooksey's just targeting him left, right, and center. Let's see if they can't spread the ball out a little bit better.
They're going to have a 2nd and 3 upcoming. Cooksey scanning the field, maneuvering around in the pocket. Gets rid of it before the pass rush gets there, but it's an errant throw.
Yeah, great job from Cooksey for avoiding the coverage sack there. Clemson's defense, they're really turning it on with the coverage in the second half.
Eastern Michigan has been 3 of 7 on third downs in this game. As this one, they're going to hand it off to Holt, who's able to pick up 3 yards, but they will say he is inches short of that first down.
Yeah, and that's just rough for Holt. He did everything he could to try to get that first down for him, and this Clemson defense was just ready for it.
DeMelo Butler with his 5th tackle in this one, the safety out of Atlanta, Georgia, as Clemson offense is going to get set up here at the 40-yard line, and that's where Loki Gunderson and crew will take over.
Yeah, we're about to see this high-powered Clemson offense come right back out. And you kind of wonder, is Loki going to go back to guns blazing, or is they going to start a little bit slower this time?
Well, they ended the first half on an interception. As this one, they're going to take a strike across the middle. But we do got a flag with the possibility of that dreaded clipping call. And that is, yes, that's going to bring the ball back. It's going to be a 1st and 14 upcoming for Clemson.
Yeah, we all know the clipping call way too well, and you just have to accept it's going to come out of the book at some point. But that was a great pass and a great job by this Clemson offense on the actual play.
Good news is for Clemson, it doesn't back you up too far, as it's only a 1st and 14. As this one's a strike delivered on the sidelines for a first down.
Yeah, Robertson said, well, if you guys are going to screw us up with getting the clipping call, then I'll just go get the first down by myself. Great cutback on the route. Way to grab that ball and keep it in.
Bruce Robertson submitting his take for his 10 toes down challenge on that play right there. Able to keep the feet in bounds, pick up the first down as Clemson looking to rock 2 tight end set on this one. They're going to hand it off to Duke Peterson going up the middle, and he gets up to the secondary before he gets touched, and that's going to be a huge game for Clemson.
Yeah, great run there by Peterson. You might want to watch out for that Clemson football TikTok, because their account's going to be all Peterson rushing plays at this point.
Axel Holgersen with his 10th tackle in this one, the sophomore out of Copenhagen, Denmark. 11 tackles last week, 10 tackles in this game, as Gunderson's going to keep it on the read option, stumbling his way for a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, good run there by Loki. Unfortunately, the hole that was open just kind of swarmed up with his own player. You got to bounce to the outside and not get caught up there.
Gonna look to rock 11 personnel on this one, handing it off to Duke Peterson, cuts it back to the middle, picks up 5 and the first, and gets this Clemson offense inside the PX1 Sports red zone.
Yeah, it's looking like Clemson's going to, if in doubt, run it out. Duke Peterson is going to be a reliable yardage machine.
They bring a receiver in motion with a play fake, but Gunderson has absolutely no time and takes a sack on that play. Nelson Miller getting credit for the sack.
Yeah, when we talk about this EMU defense shining out at the end of the first half, this is what was the key for them. Get the pressure on Loki Gunderson, make the sacks, make him overthrow or get a bad ball to his receivers.
As it'll be a 2nd and 18 upcoming here from the 28-yard line for Clemson. This one's fired across the middle to Barrett Steele, who's able to pick up 12 yards.
Yeah, Barrett Steele doing a great job. What you really want to see from him, though, is being able to shed that first tackle and get another 3 or 4 yards to really help them out.
3rd and 6 upcoming on this one. 5 of 7 on 3rd downs has been Clemson, as this one is a strike fired to Roberson again in the end zone for a Clemson touchdown.
Yeah, Roberson, he had kind of a slow start this game, but now he's picking it up. And you're wondering, EMU, you've got to stop him before that ball gets rolling too far downhill.
And if you're Roberson, what a start to your season that you've had. That's 6 touchdowns by the sophomore out of Greer, South Carolina in just 2 games.
Yeah, you're right, Vinny. And he, could be looking at getting over 300 yards already on the season by the end of this game.
And a quick update over on Twitch. Bowling Green strikes again, 24-0 over West Virginia. 1:46 left to play in the 3rd quarter in that game. Back here on YouTube, Clemson strikes again, able to extend their lead 49-17 with 5:16 to play here, as Eastern Michigan's offense set once again to take the field.
Yeah, and that's the tale right there with that graphic. Loki Gunderson being extremely efficient this season. He's got that arm on a laser, and he is pinpoint accurate.
4 receivers to the top of your screen for Eastern Michigan. They're going to check this one down to Aaron Castleberry, who's able to get 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, and we talked about it with Roberson. Both of the big wide receiver targets for these teams both had slow starts. Hopefully they both can cook up now.
As Cooksey is going to take a stab at the sidelines, and Blanton going to be able to haul it in and keep his feet in bounds. Picks up 8 yards, but they're going to say inches short of that 1st down.
Yeah, and that's just a great pass by Cooksey, threading the needle, getting the ball right where Bland needed it to make that play.
3 of 8 on 3rd downs in this game as Eastern Michigan, as they take a strike to the sidelines. As Blanton once again getting his feet in bounds, picking up 19 yards and the 1st down here for Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, and there you go. Eastern Michigan doing that multi-level attack like I was talking about earlier. Started out with the short, then go to the medium. We might see a deep one there here soon.
15th 1st down of this game for Eastern Michigan pulls them into Clemson territory, as they will have a 1st and 10 here at the Clemson 46. This one's going to be a check down to the flats, going to Chef Wyatt, who's only able to pick up 1 yard before going out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a tough catch and turn there by Chef Wyatt. You've got to stay in bounds and get a little bit farther upfield.
As they go empty on this one, they're going to go quads to the top of your screen. As Cooksey scans the field, takes a dump off, going across the middle. That's Jonathan Blanton with another catch going for 11 yards.
Great job there by Bland. As soon as he got the ball, he cut upfield on a dime and was able to make that Clemson defender just run right past him.
Blanton, they heat up in this one. 7 catches for 78 yards for the junior, as this one's a strike along the sidelines, but it is going to be broken up.
Yeah, and if you're Greg Cooksey there, you need to put a little bit more zip on that zap. Get that ball into your receiver's hands just a little bit faster so he has time before the defense gets to him.
300 total yards of offense in this one for the Eastern Michigan Eagles. As this one's going to be a screen pass that goes absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, that screen was kind of read out. The blocker tried to go for a chop block, and I guess he ran into the Clemson track team with that hurdle.
DeMello Butler with his 7th tackle for the Clemson Tigers. As this is going to be a dump off going over to Julio Holt for 3 yards, but it's going to be 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Yeah, and if you're EMU here, you got to take this 3 and get what you can get. You need points on the board. You need to get the momentum back in your favor.
Catman Holly Jack's going to get credit for that tackle, his 8th in this game, as that field goal is up and it is good, as Clemson will still lead this one. Eastern Michigan cutting into it. It's 49-20 here with 3:21 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. And Logan, what do you want to see from this Clemson offense as they get set to take the field once more?
Do exactly what you've been doing. I have no issues with your game plan so far. They're executing it perfectly, and they're just dipping and dapping all over this EMU defense.
As you see right here, the highlights from Duke Peterson, been able to find lanes everywhere he goes, having a performance for the ages in this one. As there's that man once again, 13 runs, 160 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging 12 yards a carry. Any running back's dream, as he's going to be in the pistol behind Gunderson on this play. They're going to rock a 2x2 set, go right to Peterson, who can't find anywhere to go. He's going to end up losing 5 yards on that play.
Benny, you might have just jinxed him a little bit right there, but still, he's still at 11.1 average. If you're in the double digits average as a running back, you're doing something really right.
Anthony Simmons, the sophomore out of Sikeston, Missouri, able to make the tackle in the backfield on that one, as they give it right back to Peterson, who doesn't have a lane to go, and he's going to end up with a gain of 0.
Yeah, and I don't hate Clemson for coming out and trying to get the rush really established really early on this drive. You're up by 29. It's time to give your running back the chance to have his century game.
As Gunderson is going to quickly fire, going down the field, has his receiver off to the races, and this is going to be an Nasir Cooper 76-yard touchdown.
Hey, if the run game don't work, you know what they say. Everybody that's a Venom recruit wants to hear it. Screw it, throw it downfield. Cooper is going to be there.
Again, it just looked like the cornerback thought he would have safety help on that play. Nasir Cooper just says, all right, I'll run down the field. Nobody's going to cover me. Loki Gunderson delivers an accurate ball on that one. And Clemson strikes once more as they have increased their lead. It is now 56-20 with 2:30 left to play here in the third quarter.
Yeah, if you're Clemson, you're just happy overall with your performance this game. Everything they're doing, they seem to be doing it right. Their defense is being aggressive, getting in the backfield, and their offense is just firing on all cylinders to the point where they might set a world speed record.
As Eastern Michigan is looking to line this one up once again, Cooksy's going to go play fake on first down. Fires it down the field, but it's going to be a one-handed interception on this play, and that's going to get Clemson the ball right back.
Crozier with his second interception on the game, and nonetheless an extendo arm, one-handed grab. Great job by that young man.
And really, that goes to the Cooksey pass on that play. Has his receiver going down the field, puts a little bit more air under that, and his receiver's probably off to the races. But in that case, takes a little too much off of it, allows Crozier to get underneath it and make that one-handed play. As Gunderson's going to start off checking this one down, go to Jacob Killingsworth, getting a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, and you know, great job by Gunderson rolling out of the pocket, sitting down, being calm, and waiting for the defense to come to him. Great job by Killingsworth to be able to get that one in.
Alex Holgerson with his 11th tackle in this one, as this one's going to be pitched to the outside, going to Duke Peterson, who sheds some tackles, going for 13 yards.
Yeah, and you know what? Great run there by Peterson, and even better pitch by Loki Gunderson. He knew he was going to shed that first tackle. He held it and got Peterson the extra yardage.
As they're going to line up in a 2x2 set on this one, as Gunderson's going to deliver a strike across the middle, going to Nasir Cooper for 12 yards.
Yeah, and we're starting to see this fatigue wear down on this EMU defense. Their cornerbacks are 1 or 2 steps slower, and their linebackers are getting back just a little bit slower.
Inside the PX1 Sports Red Zone once again, as Gunderson's going to deliver a strike to the corner, but that one's going to be picked off by EMU.
Yeah, and you know, I don't think Loki saw that the cornerback was ready for that read. He was sitting on that outside hip and was able to just turn on a dime to make that play.
Huge play by the walk-on cornerback. And that's going to get EMU set it up at their own 20-yard line, as this one is a strike delivered along the sidelines, going to Aaron Castleberry for 13 yards and a first down.
Yeah, Castleberry having a quiet game. Maybe it's time for him to cook up with Cooksey, get something going there.
Castleberry had 14 catches last week, and Clemson clearly wanted to get him out of the picture in this one. Only 3 catches so far, as Cooksey delivers this once again to Castleberry for 8 yards.
You know, we've been seeing this, and it's almost every single drive, I feel like. Is Cooksey just picking a wide receiver on the sideline and saying, yeah, I'm going to target you the first 3 throws?
Well, if they're open, I don't blame him for taking the shot at that receiver, as this one's going to go to Jeff Wyatt in the backfield, and that's going to end up being Boston, they're going to credit him with a rush on that play as Cooksey threw it behind the line.
Yeah, that's almost like a long arm lateral there, Vinny. You know, I don't hate going out to wide in the flats there, but the Clemson defense was already ready for it and just waiting on it.
Absolutely credit to that Clemson defense. Anytime it seems like there's a little bit of space for EMU, that defense is swarming straight to it, as it'll be a 3rd and 7 upcoming here. Cooksey in the pocket delivers a strike across the middle, has his receiver who has a first down. That'll be Jay Bridges for 9 yards.
Yeah, great job there between the two of them. Jay Bridges ran a beautiful route. Cooksey delivered a beautiful ball. There's not much more you can ask for from there.
Up over 300 passing yards now is Cooksey as he sends one of his running backs out in motion. Gonna fire this one across the middle to Michael Kane for 12 yards and another EMU first down.
Yeah, and you know, EMU's seeing that hole right now Clemson has right over the middle. Just keep attacking it, make them fill that hole, and then there's gonna be another one open somewhere else on the field.
Possibly the last play of this 3rd quarter as Cooksey can't find anywhere to go and he's gonna end up with a sack.
Yeah, great coverage sack there by this Clemson defense. Their secondary did their job, and now their D-line is coming in and doing their job.
Frank Moreno is going to be the one getting credit for that sack, as like you said, credit the coverage on that play as Cooksey had nowhere to go with it, tried to play and could not do that, as that's going to bring us to the 3rd quarter. So everybody get those 4s up in chat as we get set to take on the 4th quarter action. Clemson leading 56-20 in this ball game. Don't go nowhere. Watch the conclusion here. You're watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. As 4th quarter action is upon us. Again here set to take the snap at the Clemson 38-yard line. This one's going to be thrown out to the flats, going to Jonathan Blanton for 4 yards, but it's going to be 3rd and 13.
You know, good little pickup there. It doesn't look like much on paper, but that's a confidence throw. And that's a really good job and a good way for Cooksey to get working here.
Strike across the middle by Cooksey, but it's not going to be held on by his intended target.
That was a beautiful pass and a beautiful route. It's just, you got to credit the Clemson defense. They are swarming every single player in white tonight.
Xavier Thomas, the tight end, was the intended target, but like you said, there was many Clemson defenders around there to break up that pass, and Clemson here going to get their first drive in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and we'll see here. Is Clemson going to come out foot on the throttle, or are they going to start out slow with the rushing game again?
As they're going to work out of a pistol set on this one, Duke Peterson's going to get the handoff, and that's going for a gain of 3.
Yeah, and, you know, Duke Peterson doing everything he can to keep his average above 10 yards a carry. You can kind of wonder with how worn down this EMU defense is how long they can keep him on these short yardage gains.
2nd and 7 upcoming here. They'll be at the 23-yard line. As Gunderson's going to work out of the pistol on this one, go play fake to Peterson. As this one should have been intercepted by K.O. Locke, but instead he's going to knock it to the ground.
You know, we're seeing it a little too often here, Vinny. These quarterbacks are trying their Mahomes impressions, but they just don't have that arm reach like Mahomes does.
As Gunderson going to take a shot downfield, has a step on the defense. That's Roberson going for 41 yards on that play.
Great job by Roberson. He just got off the line blazing fast, was able to get behind that cornerback and get into that deep field. I'm surprised he didn't take that one to the house.
Absolutely. You saw the step on the DB and you thought that should have been 6. As quick update over on Twitch, West Virginia finds the end zone for the first time, but they go for 2 afterwards. Unsuccessful. Bowling Green still leading that one 24-6 with 4 minutes left to play in that one. As over here, Gunderson going to play pinball with the defensive backs. No one comes away with it, and it falls to the ground.
Yeah, we saw it last game here on YouTube, Benny. The pinball machine. He's lucky that that one didn't end up in a turnover.
Gunderson going to go play fake on this one. Has a receiver going across the middle, weaving his way through the defense, sheds one tackle, and finds him. His zone is Josiah Baker.
That is one play. If you're a Clemson coach or player, you're clipping that one. That is just beautiful running and beautiful field awareness right there.
absolutely bobbing and weaving his way through that defense. Josiah Baker having himself a game. The freshman out of Baltimore, Maryland, with another touchdown in this one. Going to extend the Clemson lead and pinning this extra point right here. 63-20 is our score in this one with 7:44 left to play.
Yeah, if you're EMU, I want you to come out here and just settle down. You know, you're doing a great job. You just have to keep your multi-level attack. Keep attacking the 1 and 2 layer, and then you can go for something deep. But don't try to make a fantasy play out of nowhere.
Yeah, and if you're Eastern Michigan, I mean, at this point, you're down by 43 points. The chances of you coming back in this are very unlikely. Go ahead and start finding plays that you find successful and building upon that going into next week. As you see Cooksey right there, ready to lead this offense back on the field. 40 of 56, 325. Not a bad game, but it's the interceptions that have really hurt this team. As he's going to work out the shotgun on this one, 2x2 set, looking to set up the halfback screen. And that's only going to go for a 1-yard gain to Chef Wyatt.
Yeah, and you know, when that halfback screen first developed, it looked like it might be one of those really nice ones. Just got to keep credit to this Clemson defense. They are playing smart football right now.
A little different this week for Chef Wyatt. Had 14 catches last week, only 6 in this one. As Julio Holt is going to get the catch on this one, going for 5 yards.
Yeah, great little dump out to Holt. He's having a great game for himself. He's doing everything he can to keep his team in this.
Kyle Woods, the senior linebacker for Clemson out of Garland, Texas, getting his 9th tackle in this game. Had 8 tackles last week, as that's going to bring up another 3rd down for Eastern Michigan. 5 of 12 on 3rd downs in this game, as they're going to look to set up the screen once more. Gets it off before the rush gets there. Wyatt does get a block, tries to cut it back into the middle, but met with a host of Clemson defenders.
Yeah, and that pressure coming off the line from Clemson is just too fast. Cooksey has no time. The blocks don't even really have a chance to set up downfield, and Wyatt just gets swarmed.
And Clemson's offense getting set here to take the field. They'll start in amazing field position. They'll be at the 42-yard line. And they're 1 touchdown away here from ending this one, as the mercy rule is in effect. 43 points is for Clemson in this lead, as they're going to go play fake on this one. Gunderson going to keep it. Has blocks downfield, but unable to escape a defender that was already on the ground.
Yeah, you know, great read there by Gunderson, bouncing around to the outside and getting that yardage. Unfortunately, he just wasn't fast enough to get around that defender before he could get up and get him.
Really got to credit the walk-on that play on the ground, and is able to get up and make possibly a touchdown-saving tackle on that play. As Loki Gunderson going to take a shot at the end zone on this one. Has his receiver. That's Nasir Cooper once again. That's a 39-yard strike, and that will end it here, folks.
Yeah, beautiful pass and beautiful catch there by Clemson. Just great play calling. They read that defense perfectly and saw that it was going to be open.
69 is the current. I'll say that before they got the point up. And good in it. A ball game. That does put them. Logan, give us a quick wrap-up of this game.
This Clemson dual threat offense is for real. We weren't sure after seeing it the first week, but this definitely solidifies it. If you're EMU, you look at what plays were doing really well and you keep building on them. They had some great passing down the stretch, and you just got to keep up that multi-level attack.
Absolutely. Like you said, going into week 3 next week, hope to see you back. As I want to give a quick shout out to everybody in chat. Thank you for being here. I want to give a thank you to our associate producer, Austin Crow, our executive producer, Mike Peters, and of course, my broadcast partner, Logan Mitchell. And on behalf of our broadcast crew, I'm Benny Mixon, and you've been watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. Hope to see you back Monday night at 6:30 CST on Twitch.